All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Gagan Sarkaria, your high achievement business coach here on our regular Friday live stream called Inspired Insights with Gagan Sarkaria. I've got my wonderful, amazing team here. I've got William from Singapore. Good morning, good evening. William,
Good morning, good evening.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. And I've got Armin here from Armenia. Good evening to you too, Armin. How are you?
Good evening. I'm doing great. Thank you.
We were just talking about like how fast we have to sometimes move. I had a fiasco this morning that I'm trying to maneuver through my time phase here, but all is well. And we've got wonderful topic here. We are shifting into the month of celebrations, the month of December. Everybody is getting into that holiday mood, and in some parts of our households, we are also getting into our birthday moods. So Feng Shui is a great topic to discuss, and we've got Feng Shui topic today. So with further ado, let me just kickstart our session here. Our keynote speaker today is William Chua. He's going to talk about simple Feng Shui tips. And I know this is a very unique topic because we all want to learn Feng Shui, use Feng Shui, apply Feng Shui, or we know something about Feng Shui, but sometimes, starting with the basics is the hardest thing to do. And what I love about William is his way of taking something very complex and making it simple. Sometimes I make things complicated because I go into my research mode, my professor mode, and taking a deeper dive into technical aspects. And he will pause me and say, wait a minute, let's slow down here. Let's do it simple way. You don't need all of this, like, oh, never thought about it. So I think that's where it is an amazing partnership, as I have my international consulting group. Between three of us, we do assist determined entrepreneurs and executives achieve remarkable results. So we have a Telegram channel. So those of you who are watching us live or will be watching us on our replay, come hang out with us in our Telegram channel called Abundance Manifestation Channel. Here is the QR code for you guys to scan and see. And, Armin and William do an amazing job on a daily basis, giving you abundance manifestation directions and times and energy daily forecasts. A little bit about William. William is a certified Chinese metaphysics practitioner from Singapore, and he's a part of my international consulting group. He has an amazing background. He's got a business background, financial insurance background, and has a deep knowledge and passion about Chinese metaphysics modalities like Qigong, Bazi, Yijing, and Feng Shui, and many more. As somebody who has over 25 years of experience mentoring and coaching other professionals, he brings a very diverse experience and knowledge and wisdom to the table for those who really want to captivate their success to the next level. Now, since 2019, he's been pursuing Chinese metaphysics and has been bringing in all the different modalities into his readings. So sometimes when we all need a question, we want somebody else to read our charts, we go to William. And say, William, can you look into this chart? Can you plot this chart? Can you look at this direction for the floor plan? So he is our in-house expert as well. So with further ado, I'm going to pass the baton on. The floor is all yours, William. Thank you so much for talking about Feng Shui tips here today.
Thank you, Gagan. Thank you for the introduction. All right. As what Gagan mentioned, Feng Shui actually, in fact, is it's not so complicated as what we think. Okay, it's not so complicated. That's why I've decided to make it a very simple. By pictures can show 1,000 words. It's just like a picture, you will know what it means. That's all. So that's what my intention for today. So what is Feng Shui? In fact, you guys might heard a lot about Feng Shui. So what is it? Feng Shui is about the energy, the landforms, that actually is affecting our surroundings, giving us whether positive or negative energy. So this is about Feng Shui, right? So in Feng Shui, there are many different type of aspects. So today, what we are going to do is, uh, one glance, you're able to see whether is it a good Feng Shui or bad Feng Shui. Just one glance, right? But before we go into the Feng Shui aspect on one glance to see, there's some basic background you need to know. So let's start with the basic background first. So first of all, that's today's topic. 5 types of Sha Qi. So what is Sha Qi? You see, Sha Qi is a direct, I would say, word translation or sound translation from Chinese. Chinese is called Sha Qi, but it means killing energy. Killing energy. It means the energy is killing somewhere in your surroundings. Surrounding having some killing energy. So they call Sha Qi. Okay. So there are 5 types of Sha Qi. Right. Later I'll explain in details. Then we're also talking about surrounding landform. What is the ideal surrounding landform? It should be right ideal. Then we go into the external Sha Qi in a glance. Right. Okay, let's go on. So now 5 types of Sha Qi. Okay, let's go by the anti-clockwise. Start with shape Sha or shape Sha. Right. This is the one, shape Sha. Shape Sha means that, or shape Sha Qi. Okay. In short, I call it shape Sha. It means the shape of the buildings or the mountains or something or whatever things actually the house is facing is causing the Sha Qi, the shape, the certain shape. Example, a very sharp edge shape or something along the line. Okay, later we have a lot of photos to show what is the shape Sha, right? So shape Sha is about shape of something that affecting the energy of the surrounding. Second will be the sound Sha. Sound Sha is something like a very loud noise that actually affecting your surrounding as well. Loud noise can be highway, can be train station, can be place near to those pubs whereby they play loud musics, right? All these are sound Sha. Okay. How about smell Sha? Smell Sha is something like whereby with a lot of rubbish, so come up with a foul smell, the smelling, okay, rubbish, or maybe we call it stagnant water. So it means stagnant water become like a pungent smell. So we have all these things called smell Sha, right? Smell Sha. Then we have this light Sha. Light Sha means that something is too bright, very bright, that is shining into your house. It could be, it's not referring to the sun. The sun shining into the house is fine, but it's a reflection onto one of the building with all the mirrors or glass that actually shine into your house. So this is called light Sha. It become make your house too bright that even when you look out at the window, you can see it's very glaring. So this is called light Sha, right? Light Sha. And last but not least is called Qi Sha. So I say, what is Sha Qi and Qi Sha? Why is it the opposite? Okay, so don't worry about this word. It means energy Sha. This is kind of energy whereby it's invisible to us. We can't see it, in fact, or probably maybe we can't feel it as well, or maybe only the luo pan, those Feng Shui luo pan when we put in the hand luo pan, we see those master you see using a luo pan, you can see them using that. Then they can detect the energy, or it could be part of we call it the yin Sha or yin Sha, or that one of the things that actually created the energy around the house whereby create or maybe electronic, I would say electromagnetic field, also kind of an energy Sha, right? So this thing is
Yeah.
affecting the house.
So, William, will that
Yes.
be like, how people do dowsing and they look at the geomagnetic fields around the house or the land or property?
Yes.
Because if they have the ley lines there, it's considered that it's going to be causing issues with your health.
Negative, like negative.
Yes.
Negative
Yes.
energies around there.
Negative energy. Yeah, because especially when you're near to those cable wires on top running, and it's producing very strong electromagnetic wave. This type of wave actually is not so good. Yeah, even like our handphone is also producing electromagnetic wave, but it's still considered negligible. As long when we sleep, we don't put beside our bed or our head or even the pillow, then probably you don't feel it. Yeah, But it's best not to put this type of electronic items beside you while sleeping. So this type of big chunk of cable is also causing we call it the energy sha. Yeah. So there are generally these 5 types of sha. Okay, this type of sha. You might see some of them. If you see all of them, then you have to be very worried. Okay, or you only see 1 or 2, maybe sometime, somehow, or even some way you can actually mitigate it. So it depends how you see it, right? So now let's move on to the next one. Then we're talking about surrounding landforms. Okay, the landform in the surrounding is very important. It's very important. So you'll see all this naming, like you call it red phoenix, green dragon, black tortoise, or white tiger. In general, I think this is a very common phrase. I think we heard, if you learn a bit of Feng Shui, we heard people say, 左青龙右白虎. This is Mandarin. 左青龙右白虎. 左 means left. So 左青龙 means left is green dragon. 右白虎 means right. The right is white tiger. So we always say these two, but we seldom talk about the red phoenix in front and also the black tortoise behind. So in actual fact, for a house to have the best Feng Shui, you need to have all these 4 items. Then you consider the best Feng Shui surrounding. Right? I've been to many excursions with the master in Joy Yap. I went to Tibet, I went to China, and upcoming in February, I'm going to Taiwan to see how these landforms, okay, influencing the temples to have those kind of energy. Okay, I'm trying to learn from all these things. And during this excursion, I realized that all those temples, okay, be it in Tibet or in China or in Taiwan, they usually build on this called the landforms. Okay, what kind of landform they're talking about? First thing, they have mountains on the right. Sorry, this is the right side. Okay, we look at this as a house. So this is a house facing this way. So the house is facing this way. So that means this is the right side. This is the left side. Okay, now let's tune to the direction. So this is the right and this is the left, right? So when you're facing when you are standing in front of the temple, you're looking in a temple, the left and the right, you need to have mountains, right? Both are mountains, but the green dragon mountains supposed to be higher than the white tiger mountain. Okay, because in olden days, always talk about man. Okay, so man is the main control of everything. So woman is already supporting characters, right? Woman. Now that's olden days, but of course nowadays, period 9, we're talking about woman power, right? I see a lot of female CEOs, all upcoming. You see, even today I just read the news about Singapore, the top 500 in the Forbes list, the 500 strong women, 3 are CEOs, all are ladies. Okay, so you can imagine. Okay, so now on the left hand side, the green dragon represent men. Okay, represent men. Also represent authority. So on the right side is represent woman. So white tiger usually represent woman, right? So represent wealth as well. Represent wealth. So in olden days they will say that the mountain on the left hand side has to be higher than the mountain on the right hand side, so that the man is in higher power than the woman, right? But in nowadays, if your house is facing a higher mountain on the right hand side than the left hand side, then the woman power is stronger, right? So if your house, especially for a female, your right hand side, the mountain is bigger than the left hand side mountain, it suits you, right? Woman power. Okay, so it's okay. So nowadays different, different. Then we have this red phoenix.
It's interesting you talking about the landforms and the olden concepts of the green dragon and white tiger related to genders, right? Husband and wife, or men and women concept. I think it is still true to certain degrees, and there is nothing wrong with it, right? But in today's economy, I learned a new term called DINKS, DIN, dual income without kids, something like that. Like, that's a new term to look at. Like, dual income household can make more money and can save more money. Of course, that's the reality of it, but that's without kids. you know?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
if you have kids, like more than half of your income goes to your kids. So that's why you can save. But I think this concept of feng shui can actually allow you to tap into opportunities and see when can a male or the head of the household can be female or man. What matters is the family. What matters is the household success and wealth and progress, not individual. So if you look at period 9, if white tiger is wealth and female, and then this is where you can uplift your wife or your spouse or your partner to
Yeah,
tap into. Why not
why
do
not?
that?
Exactly. If your wife is running for a position or CEO, why not you have a mountain on the right hand side? You see, it's okay. So now let's move on to the red phoenix. Red phoenix is usually if there's a river in front and there's another mountain, we call it tabletop mountain. Okay, tabletop mountain. But this mountain must not be higher than the mountain behind, called the black tortoise. The black tortoise is the mountain behind, which is the higher up, bigger mountain that giving the support, the backing. So that's why the black tortoise is about the backing. You have the support and backing. So you need to have very big mountain behind for the backing. But in front, for the red phoenix, you will need to have a, a river. The river is to accumulate the wealth, the chi. Because for the house to have the chi, you need to have some area, we call it bright hall. So this will be the bright hall to accumulate all the chi. And then this chi will bring to your door, right? So you need this bright hall to accumulate chi to bring to your door. So river is a way to accumulate chi, right? Then when you're facing this river, your house can receive the energy. Okay, this is very important. Of course, after the river, if you can see another type of mountain, you can see different type of mountain. Maybe you can see there are 5 types of mountain, five element mountain, right? 5 element. We have wood mountain, we have a water mountain, we have metal mountain, we have a earth mountain. Of course, we have we call it which one I mean fire mountain. So there are 5 types of mountain. But of course, fire mountain, if you want to facing a fire mountain, then you'll be very careful. Because fire mountain usually is very fierce, a very fierce type of mountain. So usually we will face the other 3 types of mountain or 4 types of mountain is good. Especially you want to face wood mountain, that is for nobility. Or you need to you're facing a wood mountain means that you're facing a nobility mountain. So different mountain govern different kind of energy, different energy. So that's why if your house facing have all this energy, like the big mountain right behind, another chain of mountain on the left hand side, another chain of mountain on the right hand side, and a river in front, for another mountain here, which slightly lower than this mountain. This is a perfect view for a place to receive all the energies, whereby most of the temple are built in this way from where I went previously. Okay, this is how they
William,
build the temple. Yes.
mhm. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
When you say different types of mountains, you mean the shape of the mountain?
Yes, the shape of the mountain. Because wood mountain, there's a certain shape. Okay, fire mountain is a certain shape. Earth
Mm-hmm.
mountain also a certain shape. Yeah.
Ah,
So today we didn't talk about the shape of the mountain, but I can give you
okay.
a very rough guide. A wood mountain will be more like a curve up tip or a sharp tip. Like when you see this Mount Fuji. Mount
Mm-hmm.
Fuji is a wood mountain.
Wood mountain. Okay.
This is quite easy. The Cape Town, no, there's a flat mountain top.
Uh-huh.
There is Earth mountain.
Earth mountain. Okay.
So different mountain, different, right?
So which
Earth
one is
mountain.
better? Which one is the best one?
Metal is like a watermelon shape, round. Metal mountain. Metal is about power.
Oh.
Wood mountain is no. Wood mountain is about nobility. The flat top mountain is about wealth.
Mm.
Flat one is about wealth. We call Earth mountain is about wealth, right? Then we have fire mountain, or the spiky one, which is very fierce or fierce mountain. So we would not like to face this mountain because usually it's from a Sha Qi for fire mountain. Yeah, usually it's a Sha Qi. And
Okay.
usually fire mountain are usually don't have I would say it's just rocky, no trees, no grass.
Mm-hmm.
This called usually is these are fire mountain.
William, where Armin lives, he has a lot of beautiful mountains. So it'll be very nice to look at some photos from where you live and where he lives, because I don't have mountains here, it's Texas.
We
So
have a lot
There's
of
no mountain,
mountains.
right?
so
Yes.
I want to understand, when you don't live in an area where you have mountains and rivers, on any sides or any water feature. Like I don't have a water feature in front and I don't have a mountain in the back. So how do you bring in that energy? Do you zoom out and you look at your geographic map of the location and kind of figure out, like, not only from your floor plan and neighborhood perspective, but like city or a state
Yes,
perspective? I don't know.
yes. For example, Singapore is usually no mountain. Okay,
I know.
we are all small cities. Okay, very small cities. All everywhere is buildings. So in fact, in Singapore, we have to rely a lot on other things. Okay, so there are some feng shui set up in Singapore using water as a feng shui. So water is easier to set up, not mountain. Mountain is difficult to set up. There's no way you can set up a mountain feng shui features if your house surrounding there's no mountain. But we
Correct.
can use the water features to set up a water so-called formation to attract wealth as well.
I mean, that's a great tip, because you actually took us to the tour and we went and saw the fountain at the Changi airport. I mean, we made amazing videos and took photos there. Wow, what an experience! And how big the water feature is, and everything there has a feng shui application, like the whole country. I mean, it's amazing to see the value that businesses and economy and governments and societies put to these ancient modalities to bring the energy, the prosperity into the area. That jewel that we went and saw at
Yes.
Changi airport was amazing. That was a great example of how to use the water features to attract the masses and prosperity. I mean, every business around that area was thriving.
Yes,
That was
yes.
great. I'll put that
Yeah.
video up and post the link here somewhere on the YouTube channel to see.
Yeah. You can repost again and let them have a look. Let them understand what is the jewel fountain look like. Yeah.
Yeah, that would
That's
be
in
great.
Singapore we don't have mountains. We don't have big mountains. That's why we have to use water features. That is different. They said there are different ways of activating wealth. Okay. If you don't have mountain, you use water. That's easy, right? That is it. Okay. So this is a surrounding landform. If you have this surrounding landform, okay, usually on the left and right mountain, we call it embrace. So imagine you have an embrace covering your building. So it's a left and right embrace. So this is a very, very strong formation. Okay, right. So after talking so much, okay, let's jump in straight away. Sha Qi in a glance. One glance, you will know this is a Sha Qi. Okay. So today's purpose is to one glance, you will know this is a Sha Qi. So what can you do? Of course, if you can do something about it, that would be great. If you can't, maybe you got to shift house. Okay. Of course, if it's not that serious, then you have to bear with it. Okay. If you cannot shift house, then somebody got to bear with it. There's always a way to mitigate. It's just whether how you're going to mitigate. That will come in another topic of maybe you need a feng shui consult. You need a consult to know how to mitigate more serious feng shui Sha Qi. All right. So one glance on this picture, what do you see? Where goes wrong? You see, this is a door, the main gate of the house. It's a door. So when you open up, what do you see? What is the problem of this house? Right. Let me tell you, the main problem is these two, the tree and the lamp pole. The tree and the lamp pole. When there's something right in front of the house, okay, you have to imagine a house, the door is the place whereby the wealth is coming in. You see, if you guys can recall, I think a few months ago we talked about 5 area of the feng shui that in a house is very important. 5 area. One is the main door. First one is the main door. Second, is the balcony. If you're a high-rise building, you have a balcony, right? Third is the desk, your study desk. Okay, so these three areas is govern wealth. I repeat, door, balcony, and desk is govern wealth. There are two, stove and bedroom. Stove and bedroom govern health. So that is how we split. Okay, so this all five core areas, right? So this is the door, main door. So main door govern wealth. We don't want to see anything blocking in front of the main door. So this lamppost and tree is blocking the wealth. There's a term, we call it piercing heart, or penetrating heart sha. This lamppost and the tree is penetrating into the heart of the house. So this is a Sha Qi. Right. Of course, if you can get your government to remove the tree or remove the lamppost, that will be good. Okay. If you can't, then we got to think of a way to mitigate it. Right. Next one. So there's this circle, right? This is a very sharp corner. We call it sharp corner sha. There's a sharp corner pointing towards your house. So when your window or balcony, this is a balcony. So instead of the rooftop balcony, they look at opposite this sharp corner. So it's a sharp corner sha. It's pointing towards the house. It's also creating a Sha Qi. The next one. So you can see the door. Remember, I was talking about the door is very important, right, to the house. When the door open, you should see another door, be it a lift door or another door or another unit door is too near. When it's too near, the two door to door is also creating a Sha Qi. Because in Chinese, we don't like door against door. You don't like door facing door. If there's a distance apart, it's fine. If it's too close, it's not good. So then you might ask me, how close is close? How far is far? You see, this is a general question, right now. When it's close, means that, let's say within, I would say, 5 feet, it's close. 10 feet, maybe. More than 10 feet is okay. See, it's more than 10 feet is okay. Yeah. So it depends how you see. So not too near, not too far, right? Or not too near, not too far. Too far is okay. I say too far is okay. Not too near. Sorry, pardon me. Not too near. In Singapore, there are some units, be it HDB or condos, the two doors facing each other is quite near. It's probably when I stand in front of my door, let's say my neighbor door is also behind me. The neighbor also stand right behind me. We're almost back to back. This is near, okay? Definitely this is near. Yeah. So you make your own judgment, okay? Not too near. So this is a kind of Sha Qi, or door facing door. It's affecting the wealth, affecting the wealth. Right now, so you can see this arrow pointing. This is the T junction. This is a T junction. So this arrow from this junction is pointing towards directly to this unit of the house, or this building rather, right? So it's a T junction sha. We call it T junction sha. So it's no good. Any house here beside is okay, not the one directly in the center. If there are 3 unit houses, this unit in the center straightly face the Sha Qi. The other 2 unit might be still okay. So this is called T junction sha. No good. Remember just now we were talking about there's a black tortoise or red phoenix right now. So black tortoise must be something huge and big behind mountain. So this is the backyard. And backyard there's a canal, and this canal is dirty. Mud water. So this, can you imagine, there already no backing, then still have a mud water canal. So this is kind of Sha Qi. This is a kind of Sha Qi. Sometimes the mud water we cannot prevent, you see, but the problem is that the behind is quite bushy also. you need to tidy up. It has to be something a very big mountain or big structure behind. It'll be great, right? But this one is not. So this is the form another Sha Qi over here. Likewise, you see, this is the back of the house. It's a downward slope. We want something is up slope. Okay, you see, the energy flow from high to low. Always remember, energy flow from high to low, right? So you might think, okay, if mountain is good, then I build my house on top of the mountain. Would it be best? Not true. If it's a temple, it's fine, but not the housing estate or not the house or built on right on top of the mountain. Because remember just what I was saying, energy from top high to low, top to bottom. If you build top, the energy all flow down. You don't receive energy at all. So you can see actually a lot of good Feng Shui house they built in between of the building or in between of the mountain. If you look at Hong Kong, there's a part we call Hong Kong Island. A lot of rich people stay in the Hong Kong Island, not on the top of the hill, it's on the mid hill, Hong Kong Island. If you go and take a look, you go and Google, those rich people, very multi-billionaire, all stay usually in the mid hill of the Hong Kong Island, mid mountain, not the top. Yeah, because the qi will come from top to bottom. They will receive the qi halfway. But you cannot. You imagine yours is at the bottom, then the qi come to you will already taken up by somebody else, or because you chip from the top to the bottom, right? So you can see for this case, behind supposed to be a top, big mountain, but it's a going down slope. So this is a Sha Qi already. The energy is leaking. There's no support, no backing. So next one you see this thing. You can see the arrow. This is a name called, we call it Tian Zhan Sha, or Tian Zhan Sha. Tian Zhan Sha in the direct translation is heavily chopping Sha. Like the heavily knife, one big sword, chop the building into half. So open a gap. Or we can call it a wind gap Sha. So can you imagine when the strong wind comes, the wind will flow through this gap. So wind gap Sha. So this wind gap Sha, or we call it heavily sword Sha or heavily chopping Sha, okay, is causing your house to have this called the bad energy. Okay, so if your house, when you open your window, you saw this, then I think the way, okay, let me give a very simple tips to do this. Close the window, close the curtain. As long as you don't see it, it's fine. Okay, yeah. But sometimes
William,
you see that, yes.
Sorry, this is bad formation for people living in these buildings, or the ones who live in front of these.
The one
who is
facing
facing this building.
Yeah, the one facing this building, these two buildings. Yeah, the one facing these two buildings. So there's to say that, but as and when you need to air your room, right? So you can, as and when you can open the window, let the air flow a bit, then you close back. So that means to say most of the time it's closed, curtain down, most of the time.
Because in our city we have this kind of buildings a lot, like they're too close to each other.
Yeah. So make sure your unit is not facing this.
Yes, fortunately, my building, it doesn't face this kind of formation.
Okay, that is fine. It's fine, right? Yeah.
It's interesting, William. The way your analogy was, like, the heaven chop, like, somebody took a sword and chopped it. I just recently watched Transformers. The Autobot, Optimus Prime, and the swords, he chops people. Like, so the minute you did that, I'm like, oh, that's like Optimus Prime chopping the building. That's funny. But the visual was very, very good, because most of the urban style, city style living, where these high-rise buildings and condos are, very expensive living and lifestyle. But people don't realize that how sick they are, when they start living in that lifestyle. They think they don't have to, own a car or can live in a city with high-rise buildings like that, where everything is downstairs, right? You take the elevator and actually in Malaysia, there are a lot of buildings like that. We stayed at Airbnb where you have buildings like this, but they're not very close. I think they still have enough gap in between, but the lifestyle is there where you don't cook, you don't do grocery shopping, you don't do anything. You just come downstairs and sit and eat, and then you go back into your apartments,
Yes.
which I think affects the lifestyle and the health and the overall well-being if there is a Sha Qi like this coming, and you don't know how to avoid it or create remedies around it to affect yourself and protect yourself and your loved ones in the family.
Exactly. Especially when if this particular formation is facing your bedroom, then it's affecting your health because bedroom governs health. Remember, I was saying bedroom governs health. So if this is facing a bedroom, it's affecting the health of the people living there. So it depends on which room is facing this, right? If it's your balcony facing this, then it's govern your wealth. So your wealth being chopped, something like that. Okay, yeah. There are more. Okay, there are more. Let me continue. Right. So you saw what's the problem with this picture? Three terrace house. Okay. So do you realize this is lower than these two? Oh, there's a term called beheading Sha. Means the head being chopped off. But don't use that. Don't use this term. It's quite strong. Okay. Or maybe we can call it suppressed Sha. No, you are being suppressed by these two tall buildings. So let's say in people staying in this household, okay, usually will be, we call it being pressed down or being bullied by peers. Yeah. So this is a part that you're very careful. At least you have to be level, level, make it level. Okay. So this is important. Don't choose a unit is lower. Do some renovation, increase the height. Of course, you can say if I can increase higher than the two building, why not? Right? But not too high. Okay, why not? Why not? Right. So we're not end yet. Okay. But if you're watching this thing right now, okay, please do me a favor to like the videos or subscribe to our YouTube channel so they can have all updated videos and information that we're giving to you. At the same time, if you have any questions, you can just drop the question right here. If we can have time to answer your question, we'll do it straight away. If not, we'll answer you some other time. Be assured we'll definitely answer your question. So do drop your question with us. Right? Okay, let's move on. Now I must test you guys. Okay, or people watching this video. What is the problem with this unit? It looks fine to me, right? It looks fine to everyone. So what is the problem with this unit? There's a blue sea, the building looks okay. Don't have any Sha Qi around the house. So what's wrong with this building? You want me to guess?
I'm curious.
The light. I think the light, the reflection is
I
too
think
bright.
there is no light. There is no light.
No light. It's sunlight. It's okay. There's no other building light to shine on this building, so it's fine.
Maybe
Okay.
it's on top of the mountain, or that's why.
Not really. We can't see whether it's on the mountain. We can't see, right?
We can see what else is
Yeah.
on the other side.
Okay.
You
You want me to reveal the answer?
Yes.
Okay. It's this small little heart. Small little one. This is something like we call it this. You see, there's no window, only a door. There's no window. Do you realize?
It's a security small
I don't know
house.
what is this for. Okay, but to the one glance, they're building this, maybe it's their storeroom.
Okay. Yes, it's like a storage room, like extra.
But there's no window, you see. So when there's no window, it looks like a morgue. To put those dead bodies. Yeah, like a burial areas.
Oh, so like a burial place, like a graveyard or cemetery where you would go and
a dead body. Yes. Wow. So it's no good, right? So at least if there's a window, it's fine. Or if there's window, it's fine. So this is important. To do not build another structure or enclosed, no windows. Can you imagine if you're living in this house without windows? How do you feel? Why not? It's not right. So you need to have windows, right? So this is look like a morgue. So don't do that. No, this is kind of a form of Sha Qi within the compound. Okay. Next one. This one very obvious. They built something here beside, also something a storage space, right? Storage space. So you can imagine the house is something more like our body. How is our body? We need good energy. We need good structure. We need good flow of blood flow. We need good energy, right? Everything good. But there's something small built beside. So it's just like you have a lump or tumor growth at the side. So this is like a tumor growth Sha. So it's a no-no. Don't build something like that beside the house. Okay. So it's something like a tumor. Looks like a tumor. So don't do it this way. So this is very obvious. You see, Feng Shui, remember just I mentioned, Feng Shui energy from high to low. We usually want the energy come to our house, come to our door, right now. But can you see, this is the down slope, a very long down slope, very long. If it's a short one, it's fine. But this is too long. That means all your energy or wealth goes away. Because door is the wealth. All your wealth go away. We call it nose diving Sha or nose pulling Sha. Like you pull your nose like that. Pull your nose. It's a nose pulling Sha or nose diving Sha. So your wealth all gone. Wealth all gone. So it's a no-no. Remember, Arman, you were asking me about the Feng Shui of one of your clients' Feng Shui house, and I saw a couple of steps. Yes. I told you 1 step, 2 step is fine. Because there are certain houses they built on steps to the shop house. 1 step, 2 step is fine. Once more than 3 or 4 steps to 5 or 6 steps, then to the house is something like this thing called the nose pulling Sha. The wealth go out from the house.
So that's why their business is stuck and not growing.
Good, right?
Yeah. A lot of issues.
A lot of issue. So, but if they cannot change location, then probably we have to do something else. Right? So avoid this type of design. Nose pulling Sha. What is the problem with this thing? Must test you guys again.
Stairs. A lot of stairs.
Yeah, stairs is okay. Yeah, you can say stairs.
There's no foundation. It has no foundation, and there is like
right. Yeah.
Because it's
no
wobbly.
Foundation, like floating.
Yeah.
See, we always say that everything you do is we need foundation. Everything in life we need foundation. Everything is about foundation. We need to stand on the floor. We cannot keep floating, right now. So this is like building like a floating building. The leg is flimsy. You see, the pillar here is flimsy, too small, too flimsy already. If they're all the big pillar, it's fine. But to me, this is too slim, too flimsy. When too flimsy,
we have lake houses like this here, especially in Florida and the East Coast in the United States, where people have the lake house or lakefronts or boat houses usually, because right at the marine, like we in Singapore, when we walked around the Marina Bay, there is nothing like that, right? So,
yes,
but
we
here,
don't have this.
Yeah, but here around the Marina Bays and stuff in Florida or the East Coast, we have homes like this, and people love it because they can park their boats right in front of their house and walk through the bridge to enter the homes. And usually when the high tides come in, the water gets underneath. And
That one could be still fine because that one is water, due to water. There's no water, it's flat
there's
ground.
no,
So it's different, you know. We need
I
to
saw
see.
I saw this kind of buildings in LA, Gagan. In LA, there are a lot of buildings like this. They, in order to have parking place, they build this kind of three floor, 4 floor buildings.
to park like a car garage thing.
No, just similar to these buildings in LA,
I have
in Los
another picture
Angeles.
later. I'll show you similar, but it's slightly different. Slightly different. There's a next picture. It's almost the same, but it's different.
Mhm.
Okay. Also have something like that, but the pillar is not so flimsy, not so thin. It's a very big pillar. Very big pillar. So it's different. Okay. So this means it's floating. Everything unstable. Okay. Let me show you the next one. This is what I'm saying. You see the big pillar over here? The big pillar here? So this big pillar is not so flimsy. Okay, not so flimsy. Or it's big enough. Or like this one also big enough. Right? But again, you want to stay in this house? Can. Don't stay right the unit above this chunk of things. You can stay above any unit here. It's fine. Any unit above is fine. But not the immediately the first or second. Or right above these pillars. You get what I mean? So that's the difference between these two, right? You see, this one, it could be one household, but this is many and a very strong foundation. Because can you see the building structure? We're so high rise. How strong is the foundation? Right, the pillar is strong, but again, even though the pillar is strong, it's empty, right? It's empty. So the first two unit just above this empty area, again, is considered a bit shaky. But those above are fine. So they say that you will buy those units above this floor is fine, but not the first two floor. Now, likewise for this empty slot, right? This empty slot is here. This unit is a no-no, but this one and above, okay, it's fine. Okay, yeah. Now, how about this one? Near the temple, right? Or sometimes we like to places near temple, near churches, near mosques, or I mean, all these places, we think it's fine, because maybe due to religion, you want to near church, near temple, right?
Near hospitals as well.
Near hospitals, you see. Okay, near hospital is one issue, but near temple, near temple, near churches is one. See, let's have this thinking. There's a lot of soul or spirit, okay? They want to get so-called being, I would say, they want to be taken care of or go to the heaven, right? So the soul or the spirit will always like to crowd around temples. So it creates a kind of yin sha or yin sha. So spirit will help. So houses near temples, you will have this yin sha around the area. Yeah, though temple is good, but because you will attract spirits around it. So try to avoid to near temples. Try your best. Right.
That's very interesting information, William. Like, it really makes sense that the soul's transitioning from the earth plane to the heaven plane. They would
Yeah.
like to hang out around spiritual places so that
Yes.
they can find their way there.
Yeah.
And if there are some nasty ones there and you're not a strong person, they might attach to you. Just kidding.
Yeah.
But there are chances of the oh, sorry, that was my somebody tried to call me. on my
Oh,
desktop. Anyways,
okay.
I hope you didn't hear that. I'm like,
No, we didn't hear anything.
okay, good. Because I'm like, where is that call coming from? Anyways, thank you.
Spirits are calling you, Gagan.
That's fast.
It was that fast that I attracted it? No. But anyways, it's interesting concept because I personally do feel very like as an empath feel the energy of a place when I'm there. Um, the excursions that we did in Malaysia and in Singapore, and the amazing temples that we did visit, which were crowded. You know, a lot of people were there, different cultures, tourists, people who belong to the Chinese and Buddhist concepts, and they were praying there. To see the energy flow from a feng shui perspective, the landforms were there definitely because you pointed it out, all of them to us. Even the Indian temple, the Batu caves that we went, it also had that feng shui concept in there. And we did some videos there based on our day masters, which I still have to post, you know, I'm going to work on them. But it's the feng shui concept is a very beautiful concept because it's all about energy, tapping into the actual natural surrounding energy of our existence, and bringing that into our lives, into our homes, into our apartments, and activating it appropriately to create wealth and abundance and good health for ourselves. But you can't create all of that if you don't see the Sha Qi, the killing energy at a glance. Because this is very good because one of my desires is to have a new house and a property, you know. So learning all of this and applying feng shui to the next level makes life quite easy, you know. So thank you for bringing this to our attention. All of these houses looks like, you know, you've gathered the collection from all over so that you can
Yes.
share
Yes.
different
I gather
uh,
from different places. Yeah. Okay. I
yeah,
think
so
this
it's
should be
not
the last one. Okay. For now, I mean, there are many examples. I couldn't show you everything. Okay, because I think there are hundreds of them. Okay. So I just show a couple of them, quite straightforward. So this is, we call it yin sha. Yin sha. Yin sha means too shady, become too dark, a bit too dark, too shady and too dark. So it's called yin sha. So try to avoid plant too many trees or whatever around your house to make it. I know become cooling, you know, for the hot weather, right? Or you feel good, but it's a yin sha, in fact, yin sha. So just be careful about yin sha, right? So this is the last one. Uh, I mean, some people like to build all these things, the barbed wire around the house, but usually these barbed wires are in the, we call it government buildings. It's fine, you know, government buildings because it's strong, you know. But if you're building around your house, okay, this is, we can call it a kidnap sha. Uh, that means the people living inside probably will feel being kidnapped, or maybe will be physically being kidnapped. Yeah. So just be careful, not try to build all this barbed wire around the house. Yeah, not to do that. I mean, uh, usually I saw these barbed wire things usually are from those government bodies. They want to try to prevent people from climbing. They're fine because it's government building structure, but not a house, not for the house. Right. So I think this will be the last one, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Oh, so Gagan, back to you.
Thank you so much, William, for your amazing tips and conversation here and showing us the visuals of how can we, at a glance, look at our external surroundings and go from viewing, you know, now for those of us who have been living in a house for years or decades and didn't know anything about feng shui, uh, the beauty about Chinese metaphysics is no matter which modality you look at, whether you look at your birth chart, which is fated and you cannot change it, right? Or you look at a property or a feng shui where you don't have the resources or you have no plans to move or do any renovation or change it to something. there's always a remedy. There are always ways to take it to the next level and find solutions to your problems. Now, sometimes the problems are so big that, it's like surgery. If you have a major issue, surgery is the only option. You have to kind of go and do it. But if you can avoid it and you can find alternative methods to look at certain problems, I personally feel feng shui that can be personalized to the residents living in the household makes a huge difference in the advancement of your career, wealth, investments, education, whether your focus is you or your family or children. I think that makes a huge difference, and you definitely should look into your personal household feng shui. So, if you liked what you heard today, we have another session called Feng Shui Tips number 2 next week on our Friday session before we call it end of the year, because then we are taking a break, a holiday break. William will be going to Vietnam to look at more feng shui, spending time with his family, and Armin and I are working on our courses that we are launching next year. So please invite your family, friends, whoever you believe can benefit from our live streams. We would love your participation. Come hang out with us at our Telegram channel. And I have another announcement that we are open for consultations. We have the QR code here for you to look into and see if that is something you want to do. You want to tap into and forecast your 2025 success, whether it's from feng shui perspective or your annual readings perspective. We are here to help elevate you to the next level. Here is a QR code for you to scan if you want to book a consultation with William, or you want to do it with Armin for numerology, or for me with Ziva Dao Shu astrology. And you will get the 2025 Achievers Guide with any annual reading that you book, or even a feng shui consultation that you book. And the announcement is that this goes live tomorrow, December 14th. I am publishing the Achievers Guide, so keep a lookout on the announcements on social media and in our newsletters that will go out tomorrow. With further information will be posted in the Telegram channel. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your participation, and thank you for your love and support. Have a fabulous December, and we will see you next week Friday on our Feng Shui live stream with simple Feng Shui tips part 2. So hang tight, watch this, and we will see you next week. Thank you very much. And thank you, William, for your amazing wisdom. Appreciate it.
Thank you.